this man started out as a producer. I started out as a producer. Nobody wanted to take you seriously in music. Nobody wanted to take me seriously in music. Then you show your talent. You get fucked. So I used that Kanye blueprint to not care. Kanye learned that later in his career. So I learned from his mistakes. So I want to come out the gate swinging, saying, like, I don't care if I don't have $1 in my pocket. That means nothing to me.
Hell
money
yeah.
comes, money goes.
Money comes,
bitches
money
come, bitches go. Everything in this life is temporary. You're temporary. So why would I do what you want me to do? I'm going to make whatever I want. Everything. I don't care how weird it sounds. Somebody's going to like it. Somebody's going to fall in love with it. I don't care if it's 10,000, 10 million people who like it. At the end of the day, it's going to work. So, yeah, Kanye, that's my biggest influence. Wow. Also, Wu-Tang Clan.
Are we doing this together? Oh, God. I'm scared. Oh, my God. We're about to summon something. Something's going to come out of the table.
Ladies and gentlemen, how are ya doing? You know what I'm talking about? It's your motherfucking boy, Gamero, the Pharaoh, the poor man's Robert De Niro. You know what I'm talking about? Bald version. Ladies and gentlemen, it's another beautiful, beautiful day here at Midnight in Miami Studios, or Thursday evening at midnight for you listeners on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Deezer, all that good stuff. But more than anything, ladies and gentlemen, YouTube, because that's how you check out, you know what I'm saying, the beautiful visuals. That's how you see the style that our guests are coming in, you know what I'm saying? Maybe they're, flex, the Travis Scott. Can we see the Travis Scott ones? Oh my God. You know what I'm saying? That's how you get the visuals on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, to my right-hand side, there's a man who's wearing a shirt. You know what I'm saying? The man is wearing a shirt that Joe Rogan would be proud of. And ladies and gentlemen, this man right here is Chef Gabe Oporto.
Hi, I'm Gabe.
How you doing? Gabe, how's everything? Talk to us. I know you were hurricane hunting this past week. Talk to us about that a little bit.
Yeah, so I definitely thought it was a great idea to visit the Big Easy this weekend.
Okay.
And once we got there, took a little bit of the culture, and then all of a sudden, Katrina 2.
Ooh.
Part 2. And yeah, I was stuck out there for quite a while.
Damn.
And
how's the sequel?
Not as great as the first.
Okay.
Because I was in this one.
Gotcha.
Much like most sequels would be if I was in them.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was quite the endeavor, but I'm back safely, and yeah, I'm good.
All right, that's beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, behind the cameras, you know what I'm saying? There's a man right there. The man's name is Cruz. The man's wearing a Hollister sweater. You know what I'm saying? Hollister, that's fashion. You know what I'm saying? Shout out middle school me. Cruz, talk to us, brother. How you living
Hollister's pretty consistent. I'm not gonna lie.
Gang. That's fashion.
Not a sponsor yet.
Not a sponsor yet, bro. You need a flashlight to shop at their store. You know what I'm saying? That's facts.
But I'm pretty good. Thanks for asking, bro.
Hey, that's beautiful. The man got a new job, so big shouts to that. You know what I'm saying? Nice. Big shouts. You know what I'm saying?
I should have said that.
Okay, yeah, you know what I'm saying? But I'll pick it up. You know what I'm saying? As long as he keep the cameras on, that's all you got to do, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, before we get to introducing the glorious, magnificent guest that we have before us, can we please give it up for our in-studio audience today? You know what I'm saying? Beautiful, beautiful faces joining us. A lot of fashion. We have last week's guest as well, Tranquil, in his house. What's going on, Quill? Exactly. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, how do I even introduce a guest of such colossal proportions? You know what I'm saying? The man is a titan of industry when it comes to music. You know what I'm talking about? He's known as a producer. He's known as an artist. You know what I'm saying? This man is an all-around jack of all trades and a very talented one at that. A man who puts work into his craft day in and day out. You can find the man working at 3 o'clock in the morning, and that's the norm. You know what I'm saying? Ladies and gentlemen, it is my absolute honor to be able to introduce for the second time in the Midnight in Miami studio set, you know what I'm saying? First time, season 1, big shout out. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Kash Blak in the house!
Wow. That's even better because I'm lit.
Oh, respect, bro. Bro, and that's, we're not getting demonetized either, you know what I'm saying? Because we took out the labels.
Yeah, it means lit on
Sparkling
Jesus
water.
Christ.
I don't know which one I'm looking at, but this is sparkling water.
That one right there, that one right there.
That one.
There you go.
This is sparkling water.
That's sparkling water. Shout out Liquid Death. We out
There
here
we go.
sponsorship. We just filled it with that. Cash, talk to us, man. First of all, I gotta say, I love the get up. You know what I'm saying?
Thank
looking
you.
fresh as always. I thought I was looking fly with my Chicago ones, but the man came through with some Travis Scott ones and put me in my motherfucking place in my own studio. So thank you for that. Cash, how is everything going? Talk to us. What's new? I mean, I know it's been maybe a year since since you last joined us. Maybe a little bit more. What's been new on the horizon since we last met?
What's been fucking new? Everything. I think last time I was heading over to California because I just left my shitty ass record deal. Shout out. I'm contractually obligated to not talk about them.
Okay.
But you can suck my fucking right nut.
Oh, a bag of dicks. I love this.
Suck my right nut. Clear Vision MG.
Okay.
You can blow me.
Yeah.
What is the opposite of a shout out?
This is a shutdown.
There
I
it is.
like that.
There it is.
That's a bar.
Last time I was here, I was getting out of my shitty ass record deal because they didn't want to pay nobody. They didn't want to, do anything for somebody.
Okay.
When I put my heart and soul into their shitty ass record company. And ever since I got kind of stopped getting, bent over on the fucking table, everything's been good. I started taking myself more seriously. I started doing more things on my own. Because then I thought about it. I'm like, if I'm getting fucked over this early, I don't want to do it again. So I've just been doing my own thing. Tranquil has been a fucking brother throughout the whole process. And there's been so many goddamn blessings. So many fucking blessings in the past year and a half since I've been here.
Did you think that at the moment that you were leaving them, was it a rough patch? I mean, were you going through it or?
It was terrible because in my head, I'm like, I feel like I'm this fucking dope. I'm so fucking dope in my head.
Gang.
I made my biggest record being with them. And it didn't get cleared because they were having problems with the artists. They just started problems with everybody. I can guarantee you, if that song would have came out, it would be a whole different story right now. But I was definitely going through it because on top of the money they already owed me, they made me pay $2,500 to get out the contract.
God.
Money, it's like you want me to pay $2,500 when I don't have $0 in my pocket because y'all have been spoon feeding me fucking lies for like about a year and a half. So I was like, it sucked. It was definitely terrible. My ex at the time was a lot of help, but right now, fuck her now.
Right. Shout out ex, bro.
And yeah, it was definitely a rush patch because as an artist who's trying to get put on, as an artist who's trying to be the best they can be, you just it's like you get the feeling of you're not good enough. You get the feeling of am I doing this for the right, like am I supposed to be doing this? And eventually after like 3 months, I was like, I know I'm the shit. I know I can be as high as I want to be.
Right.
I don't need a fucking record label who needs me.
Let them know.
Shit. Yeah.
Let them know.
So
let them know.
One more time. If y'all didn't hear it the first time, Clear Vision Music Group.
I'm gonna put visuals.
Suck my dick.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And that's penis.
There we go.
You know what I'm saying? Cash, for the uneducated audience out there, what does clearing mean in the musical realm?
Clearing in the musical realms means that everybody involved gets their percentage. Everybody involved signs up on a record. And everybody involved, is happy with the product. So We got these sick ass fucking, I never even heard of them, these fucking two little Jamaican girls. I don't know where they are right now. I don't know where they
Shout
came
out the
from.
Jamaican girls,
They
bro.
just ended up in the studio and they just started, "Batele boy, I'm like, yo. And they snapped. And we're just having a problem clearing because money is always, we live in the city, money is a major issue, obviously. So they wanted, there was problems with money, but then when you think about how big the song, I'll play it for you after we're done. When you think about how big the song was, you know, you shouldn't even trip about fucking paper at the beginning.
Right.
They were going back and forth. Even if you have to throw this girl $1,000, $2,000, that song would have made us $2 million in months, a year's time. So, you know, it comes down to the whole pride factor, the ego factor. It's like, I'm not going to pay somebody who's... But yeah, clearing is a bitch. But that's probably why the greatest songs in the world we haven't heard, because of egos and pride and all this shit and people not wanting to clear the records. I mean, shit, Donda was delayed because the baby's managers didn't want to clear
I was
the
just
fucking
about to
record.
mention that. I was just about to mention that.
So, yeah, you know, shout out clearing records.
Have you, is this the first time that you've had an issue with clearing records? or-
Hell no. That is a consistent issue. Very consistent issue.
If you were to give me a percentage, what would it be?
4 times out of 10.
Wow.
4 times out of 10, there's a problem with clearing because people take their sweet ass time. The artist is a fuckhead and they take their sweet ass time, or they just it's getting everybody on board at one time is the biggest fucking problem. So yeah, 4 times out of 10, I would say.
Wow.
100%. Yeah.
Wow. Would you say that right now, in retrospect, would you prefer to work independently as opposed to getting involved with any of these companies? Or
Well, as far as a record label, eventually, yes. But right now, a record label could suck my dick. But right now, eventually, you know, that bag helps out a lot. But the problem is, no matter how dope you are, you're never gonna be shit when your brokenness outweighs your dopeness. So,
that's a mini video. That's
Right there,
that was
right
nice.
there. T-shirt, hashtags all over
Bro,
the place.
make shirts, make hats. Yeah. That was beautiful.
when your brokenness outweighs your dopeness, there's only so far you can get, because this is such a money-driven game. You need to pay the visuals, you need to pay the marketing team, you need to pay the fucking artist, the fucking person to make your art cover. You gotta pay. Well, let's say you're using DistroKid, you gotta pay DistroKid. It's like all this bread, and you could be the sickest motherfucker out here. Shit don't mean nothing. You don't got a bag behind you. Sorry, if you're not Post Malone, you're not Bieber. It's not happening.
So talk to us about maybe an experience that you can remember of an artist being just fucking hella dope, but kind of like laying on the wayside because they didn't have the means to be able to pursue it.
Shit, me.
Gang, bro.
What?
Gang.
What? That's like the name of my fucking life, bro. I personally come from nothing. I come from the hardest working father. I come from a mother who wasn't so much in my life. My brother sadly left the country like 10 plus years ago. So I really come from selling bud in high school, fucking, you know, just doing everything I could to make it free, you know? And yeah, bro, like you work so hard on your goddamn craft. You're out here fucking, like making this music, and you swear you got it. You fucking got it. But there's no bag behind it. It's not happening.
Let me just say that as a new fan of yours,
Thank you.
I dove into your music, and I'll tell you right now, and I don't tell this to everybody, sitting in front of you right now, I feel like I'm sitting in front of an icon.
Ooh.
That's number one.
Thank you.
And number two, your music speaks for itself. I think it's excellent.
Thank you.
But do you think that in retrospect, in terms of how it used to be versus now in the music industry, is it easier or more difficult to make it on your own? Because there's a lot of new tools that people can make it on their own, but at the same time that saturates the market. I just don't know if that cancels each other out.
It's both. It's easier and harder. Because back in the day, not everybody was going to drive to a radio company. Not everybody was going to drive to... I mean, I'm 24. I can't even talk my shit. But I have done my research.
Yeah.
Not everybody was going to... not everybody was slanging dope, was able to give the dope boys, a record or like a fucking cassette tape. Yo, bump my shit across the whole hood, So it was definitely way less saturated. Because there was people who didn't have the bread to do that. Regardless, since the beginning of this shit, it's always been about bread. Regardless, you needed bread to put it in someone's hands. You needed bread to make that cassette tape. You needed bread to fucking make that CD. You need bread to put that shit online. So it's definitely easier in the sense of all the tools we have, but it's harder because there's so many more people who have those fucking tools. Everybody has the tools. You can drop a fucking record tomorrow.
Gang.
And it do better than any record I've ever thought of making because we all have the same tools.
I call producer.
Gang.
Stands up. That's fucking beautiful. Do you think that experience though plays a very valid role?
Experience is everything. Experience is the make or break. My biggest thing was I felt inexperienced back in when I graduated high school, 2016. Everybody was telling me, oh, I'm gonna go to this college, I'm gonna go to that college. What are you gonna do? I'm gonna make music. You're fucking stupid. And because I didn't have the experience. I was a bedroom producer, I was a bedroom artist. I had a blanket over my head recording on my iPhone. And I needed the experience. I felt like I needed to live. And I told myself, I know I'm gonna go through some downfalls, I'm gonna go through some heartaches, I'm gonna go through the shittiest moments in my life, but it beats working at fucking Starbucks.
Facts.
It beats selling dope. It beats doing a lot of things because thankfully, I've had the father who, regardless if he bitches at me about what I do, at the end of the day, I know I got his full support. Yeah, experience is everything, bro. The first thing I did was intern at a studio straight out of high school. Ended up becoming the manager at the studio 4 months in. The man didn't want to pay me, but I was thankful for the experience, and then so on and so forth. 5 years later, I'm definitely grateful for all this stupid shit that I've been through. All the clear vision bullshit, regardless of how hard they fucked me. And a lot of other artists related to them. I am thankful because I did meet a lot of people in that field. I did meet a lot of dope artists. I was there when 6ix9ine and Unwell recorded Bebe and all that shit. So experience. I'm not book smart. I'm not a fucking scholar, but whatever.
Just different books, bro.
Exactly.
Just different books.
whatever experience God gives me, I take that shit and I either learn from it or add it to my fucking itinerary or my fucking belt of knowledge. And, I just keep pushing.
Gang. And shout out shitting on Starbucks. We met working at Starbucks. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't know we were going to mention that.
Yeah, no, I had to.
Let's cut that out.
Yeah. It'll be like, and shout out. And so...
Water.
Water. There you go. That's water. You know what I'm saying? That's hydration. That's H2O. Talk to us. You had briefly mentioned support and the support you get from your father and different people. Talk to us about your support system and what it means to you and what role it plays in your success.
My support system is everything to me. Sadly, I am a Gemini. I am very hard-headed, but I'm also very emotional at times. For the most part, I'm not. But at times, it's... these are things I'm not scared to say. Literally, not too long ago, I called my main squeeze, Tranquil.
Big shout out Tranquil.
Fucking bawling. I was crying because I'm like, bro, what the fuck? I'm so dope. I feel like I'm this dope. I make these records. I'm working with so-and-so. I'm working with all these people. There's so many, I'm the fucking, underground most known. And I'm just like, I'm not getting, where am I? I can't take my girl on a fucking date. I can't do these things because the bread isn't coming in. Mm-hmm. And that shit was a fucking shot to the heart. And if I was by myself, I don't know what I'd do. I'd probably be stuck in my head. But thankfully I have friends like brothers like Tranquil. I got a lot of people around me who just tell me, keep going. You're 10 years deep. Keep going. You're only 24. Keep going. Keep going. You have no choice. And that's something that resonates with me all the time. Like I said, not book smart. I refuse to work for somebody. I refuse to do anything that doesn't make me happy because I'm so limited time on this world. I'm so limited. We're so limited. What the fuck is the point? Why would I be unhappy for more than 2 seconds? I'd rather struggle with what I want to do than spend a second taking $365 from you a week at a fucking job. Period.
You mentioned your Gemini-ness
Yeah.
or the duality of you, really. And it's interesting based on what you're wearing, actually. That kind of is a reflection of that. I don't know if that was intentional.
Yeah.
But so in listening to your music, again, recently, but I kind of went through your discography a little bit. And I did notice that there's like 2 main different types of songs that you do.
Yeah.
And there is like an aggressive and quick, sort of flow that you get into, and a more like flowy and lyrical and perhaps even more emotional vibe that you get into.
Yeah.
And I was going to ask you about that because I found it to be like a really interesting dichotomy. And are you doing that consciously, or is it just based on what you want to say per song?
It's definitely done by I want people to feel whatever I'm feeling at the moment. I've never been the one to want to make music that's gonna sell. I've never thought about music as something that is my cash cow. I just want you to feel how I felt when I made that song. So it really boils down to I just put out whatever the fuck I want. A lot of people tell me, yo, you gotta stick to one thing. You gotta stick to this. You gotta stick to that. Fuck you. Fuck you.
So you're not afraid of like branching out, trying different sorts of genres or anything like that?
That means nothing to me. Great music doesn't get slept on. That does not mean shit to me. You don't have to do one thing. You don't have to keep doing one thing. You don't have to think that one song that got you 10,000 plus streams is what you got to do for the next year. Fuck you.
Right.
No, that doesn't mean shit.
What's the most experimental you've ever gotten as far as music goes?
Extremely. I guess when I got out of my last relationship, well, no, 2 relationships ago. It was probably the lowest point in my life because I broke up with her. And I was a dog. I got caught up in some shit, but before I got caught up in some shit, I left her. So, at those points, I guess, I was at my lowest. Like I said, one more time, Tranquil was there for all of it.
Hell yeah.
He was there for everything. He recorded every single song. And I just dove into my bag. I just listened to Yeezus. I listened to fucking Yeezus 26 times a day. Because I was in a place where I'm like, I don't care. I want to make the weirdest fucking shit that can come out of my mouth or can come out of these fucking computer speakers. I have so much. I'm telling you, this man is a witness. So is God. I have the fucking weirdest fucking catalog on the face of this planet. The weirdest, bro. I'm telling you, I could run shit for you after this shit.
Yes.
I have the weirdest catalog out there just because I can't fake the funk. Right. Whatever I drop is real. I can't fake the funk. I can't sit there and take somebody else's lyrics. I can't sit there and fucking write something I'm not feeling. So when you see it's like it goes from emotional song to hard to fucking lyrical to what the fuck to singing. It's like it's just how I feel. Either you're with it or you're not.
Right.
You know?
You had mentioned listening to Yeezus 26 times a day. Talk to us about some of the musical inspirations that you've had growing up.
Kanye West.
Well, there you go.
Kanye West, Wu-Tang Clan, Drizzy Drake, Tupac. Some of the biggest influences to me.
You also have a Yu-Gi-Oh tattoo. I like
Hell
that.
yeah!
Respect,
Shout out.
respect.
Yep.
Big musical influence.
Oh yeah. Exodia was a fire album.
Dark Magician,
Oh,
3 times
ooh,
platinum.
shit.
Like Kanye, man, fucking Kanye, bro. Kanye fucking West.
Kanye West.
Man,
What a polarizing figure.
The most influential thing in my life.
Oh, wow.
More than my father. This man started out as a producer. I started out as a producer. Nobody wanted to take you seriously in music. Nobody wanted to take me seriously in music. Then you show your talent. Show your talent. You get fucked. Get fucked. So I used that Kanye blueprint to not care. Kanye learned that later in his career. So I learned from his mistakes. So I want to come out the gate swinging saying, like, I don't care if I don't have $1 in my pocket. That means nothing to me.
Hell
money
yeah.
comes, money goes.
Money comes,
bitches
money
come, bitches go. Everything in this life is temporary. You're temporary. So why would I do what you want me to do? I'm going to make whatever I want. Everything. I don't care how weird it sounds. Somebody's going to like it. Somebody's going to fall in love with it. I don't care if it's 10,000, 10 million people who like it. At the end of the day, it's going to work. So, yeah, Kanye, that's my biggest influence. Wow. Also, Wu-Tang Clan.
Wu-Tang Clan.
Shout
That's
out Wu-Tang
absolutely
Clan.
I didn't expect to get in touch with my mortality just now. I gotta get out of here. I'm sorry. I gotta go do shit with my life. I'm temporary as fuck.
Ladies and gentlemen, every single week, you know what I'm talking about? We have three segments. And the first one is actually called Mail Time. You know what I'm talking about? And every single Saturday or Friday or Sunday, really whenever I get the time, boom, you see on Instagram, you'll see a post. And you can ask our guest either that day or the following day questions that you yourself can submit and we will read on the air. You know what I'm saying? And here we go. Okay.
No shit.
Cash.
Yes.
The people ask, where is the name from? And a second parter to that, why did you choose to spell Kash Blak with a K?
The deep question.
Kash Blak stemmed from my previous name being Wordplay, Werdplay.
Yeah, y'all.
And me sitting down and saying, I'm not going over with this fucking name. I can't be a producer called Wordplay. And I was having such a back and forth. I was going off. I was doing all this shit. And, eventually I'm just like, fuck, I'm tired. And then I just sit down on YouTube and I'm watching $16 cocktails versus fucking $300 cocktails on fucking BuzzFeed or some shit.
I want to watch that.
And one of the fucking, at the end of it, the most expensive cocktail, their bartender's name was fucking CashBlack. He's like, hi, my name's Kash Blak. Welcome to the, I'm like, yo, that's fucking hard.
And it's from this bar that we were talking about that's in New York, but they opened in Miami and then they closed down. I forgot the name.
Bro.
Employees only? Employees only?
Yes.
Yeah.
Bro. When this man said the name, I'm like, that name's hard. And then those dudes were like, that's your real name? That's crazy. And I'm like, that's my name. But then I'm like, I wanted to make it look nice. CashBlack doesn't look nice. So I was like, KashBlak, took out all the C's. Big blood. No, I'm just kidding. I took out all the fucking C's and I was like, KashBlak. That's symmetrical. That looks nice on paper. Let's roll with that.
Looks good in a marquee, bro.
It looked exactly.
Right
Amen.
Exactly.
Overlights.
So I was like, let's roll with it.
Well, that's beautiful. The second question from our mail time segment, Kash Blak. The fuck was that?
That was an internal noise from our guest.
Was that you? Oh, okay. I was like, we're having technical difficulties. What's your least favorite type of artist to work with?
My least favorite type of artist to work with is the one who doesn't give a shit about their music. I don't care what kind of music you make. That means shit to me. That means absolutely nothing to me. You could be the most like just mumble rapper out here. You could be on that mic going, "It's my music. I don't know what we did." Like you
That's
could
pretty
be.
good.
That sounds good.
That's pretty good.
You could be doing that, but if you care about your craft, that's what I mean. You know, I hate working with artists who do it all for the money. I hate working with artists who are too full of themselves. Genres don't mean shit to me. Country, you could do whatever the fuck you want.
So you'll get on a damn yodeling track, you know what I'm
I don't
saying?
give a shit.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Like, that don't mean shit to me.
That kind of rips. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, and the third and final question from our mail time segment. Okay. Why do you change your hairstyle as often as I change my boxers? Bro, and that's one of the questions, bro. It goes, why do you change your hairstyle as often as I change my boxers? Shout out question.
Oh man, it comes back down to it. I am a fucking Gemini. I'm never satisfied with anything in my life, especially my hair. One thing that has stayed consistent is that I have long hair, but we have changed colors. We have changed all this shit because, man, if I stay consistent way too long, I feel depressed and I feel sad and I feel like, fuck that.
Right.
So previously to this, I had all black braids, but then my roots started growing out and I'm gonna bleach them. So I'm gonna change them. Why? Why do you care?
Boom. Why do you care? Why are you checking the man out? You little perverts.
I'm taking my hair inspo right now. I'm gonna start fucking with this, and you're gonna see a whole new Gabe.
Oh, that's beautiful.
But speaking of what you were saying, that you don't change, you get depressed, and you like to be constantly in motion, and your different sets of styles of songs. Do you? In terms of artist, okay, there's different artists. There's people that have like artistic discipline, you know, and those artists that they're like, let's say a writer, like freaking Leo Tolstoy or something like that.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's just what I know. But they like, you know, he would write, you know, 10, 15,000 words a day, even if he didn't have shit to talk about, just so he can stay sharp. And then there's other ones that they focus on like living to gain experiences to then use that inspiration to put into your songs. Which one are you? Do you have that drive to just keep writing every single day, or do you wait for something good?
I'm more so, I've gotten to the point where I'm like, I do it whenever I feel like I want to do it. Because thank God, I was put in a position where I don't have to just write raps. I could be making beats. I don't have to just be making beats. I can be writing songs for other people. I really, like I said, I just go off life. Whatever because I've experienced 10 lives in one. So I just go straight off whatever's in my head. Whatever I feel like talking about, whatever feeling I have, it's just, I don't feel like I need to write every day to improve my penmanship. I don't feel like I need to do these extra things. Because like I said, thankfully I was blessed with a gift. You know, whatever emotion I'm portraying, whatever emotion I have, I can put it on paper. That's never been a problem for me. So it's more so, I guess just the writing is never the hard part. It's finding what mood I'm in, what mood I want to talk about, what I feel like will get the best out of me in the moment.
Is it beat first or lyric first?
It depends. Recently, shout out Retro Boy. Retro Boy is the fucking man.
Shout out Retro.
One more time, Retro Boy is the fucking man. As of late, I told myself I'm not working on my beats no more. I don't want to hop on my shit. It doesn't feel fresh. It doesn't feel new. It's cool to all these other artists, but it's not cool to me. So lately what we've been doing, so I moved to South Beach. Fuck. I moved to South Beach. My dad lives in a neighborhood somewhere else. And Retro Boy just happens to live 2 blocks away from that said neighborhood. And you know, sometimes I'll just be like, I'm gonna call him up. I'm gonna walk to his house. Let me just think of a melody on the way there. I think of a melody, I think of some shit I want to say, and this man has the perfect, he's the most, like, as slept as on as I feel, he is just equally or even more slept on. He is a fucking king on getting what you say and turning it into a fucking song, and he's just a fucking god tier. So I'll be in there. I'll just say a verse. I'll say a melody. We'll make a whole beat off that, and then boom, the lyrics come. It really boils down to the chemistry who you have with who you're working with. Chemistry is everything. Me and Quill have chemistry. We don't even got to talk.
Right.
We don't got to say shit to each other in the booth. If it's whack, I'm gonna just look at him like,
Right. And
you sure?
And he'll just know.
Like, how was that? I don't know. You tell me. So, you know, chemistry is everything.
When you are in the booth, do you kind of is it a fine line for you when you ask someone like Tranquil, like, hey, does this sound good? Do you want him to be fully honest and be like, no, it doesn't, or is that gonna play a role in your ego, or do you want him to be like, hey, you can do better? What's kind of like your working process like?
Honestly, off rip, I check my ego at the door.
Gang.
Like I said, it comes back to Gemini. I have a fucking huge ego. I have so much pride in myself. But when it comes to my craft, when it comes to these things, I check that at the door. I never want to be the smartest in the room. I never want to be the most talented. I never want to be the most lyrical. I never want to be the best in the room. If I'm the best in the room, I need to change scenarios.
Right.
So if I'm asking him, if I have my trust in you that you know more or just as much as me, I don't give a fuck. If you don't think it sounds good, it's not going on the record. Type shit. That's point blank.
Right.
I've seen a lot of artists that I've worked with, a lot of people that I've tried to help or, you know, become something. They can't check their egos at the door. They can't put the bigger picture into perspective, and they're just like, nah, man, trust me, it's gonna work. You know, so you are right sometimes. You are right sometimes. But if there's someone in there who's done more than you and knows the game a little more than you, fucking listen to them. Like, I'm not a singer. I sing, but that's a fucking vocalist right there. So if he says that sounds off, swipe it. We'll try it again. We'll do it 10 more times so you think it sounds good.
The man had a remarkable live performance last show. You know what I'm saying? Last episode.
Very true.
You know what I'm saying? And honestly, it was phenomenal. It was phenomenal. And to do a live performance.
How old are you, by the way?
24.
24.
That is a remarkably advanced and mature mentality to have at your age. God knows when I was 24, and I always thought I was the smartest in the room. so like just to be that way, props to you. You can tell that you've taken all the hardships you've been through and then made them into some sort of wisdom. So
thank you.
Yes,
that's good.
And branching off of Gabe's question regarding what came first, the lyric or the beat, what came first, rapping or producing?
Rapping was always in my blood. Rapping was something that I grew up with because my brother's 10 years older than me. You know, when I was 4, he was 14. So off rip, I was destined to be a fucking like hip hop head. Cause that motherfucker was the ghettoest dude in the fucking block. So it's like, you know,
shout out, brother.
You know, we come from like, we started in, you know, Carroll City. We went to Miami Gardens, you know, ended up in Hialeah, hometown.
La ciudad del progreso,
you know what I'm saying? My fucking city to the death of me. You know, so that just inspired me. You know, off rip, listening to Chameleonaire, Trick Daddy, fucking Pac in his fucking old ass like 80-something like Lincoln Town car with 24-inch rims and 3 subs in the back, just like, so that shit. I was like, let me try it out. At like 7, 8 years old, I was never the coolest. I was never the most popular. So a lot of
sanitize that microphone.
a lot of the times, I'm sitting at lunch by myself, and I'm just there. Oh shit! I'm just there, just, you know.
Nice recovery.
Yeah.
I guess we'll find out when I'm editing.
You know, a lot of the times, I'm just there. Spinning to myself. I'm there thinking of lyrics, the shittiest lyrics. So I'm like 8 years old. But then eventually my brother got a little more into his field, if you know what I'm saying. He was you know, he was
respect. That's a business,
you know, yeah.
That's a business.
He got a little more
man.
into his field. His pockets got a little more filled. He got a nice house in Homestead. And one day he just comes up to me. He's like, bro, you're gonna rap. And I'm like, why? I'm like 11 years old. And he's like, cuz, why not? And he's like, he gave me a name. He's like, AI1, that's your name. And he got me a mic. And the first song he made me recite perfectly, remember all the lyrics and record, was Dead and Gone by T.I. and Justin Timberlake.
Great song.
I learned all those fucking words. If you pull that song, I know every single word. So that was my first taste of it, of actually recording and getting familiar with the mic and falling in love with it. The second I did it, I'm like, fuck. Literally, my first bars. These are my first bars. Since 12 years, I've been living this thing they call life. Who would have ever thought I'd make it past this night? I got the fame and fortune you could ever dream for. Your homies looking at me through your fucking screen door. The next time you see me, I'll be in the TV. Then bitch, you be wishing you could fucking be me. I'm not gonna stop until I die. I gotta make it past the finish line. I ain't never, ever gonna stop. So I gotta keep on giving a rock. That's my first bars.
Yo! All right, worldwide exclusive out here.
That's my first bars ever
Damn.
that I wrote down, and I didn't even write them down. I thought of them in the shower before he told me. Once you get out the shower, you're on the mic, and those are the. I was like, I can't write right now, so I just thought I remembered all that in the shower.
By the way, they have a waterproof notepad for the shower. on
Exactly.
Amazon.
Yeah.
Somebody else that has their best thoughts in the shower.
100%. Wow. Wow.
Man, how old were you when you started?
10 or 11.
Bro, you look like you're running a marathon and you're hydrated.
I mean, he is.
He is.
Just a very healthy guy.
He is. That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
I have that clear piss.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Cash, talk to us about the role that fashion plays in such a demanding industry, in such an industry where you're constantly in front of eyes, a performance industry. Talk to us about fashion, and clearly you, like your good friend Tranquil, who showed up last week as well. Value fashion.
Man,
talk to us about that.
To me, dress, because I guess as a kid, I was wearing hand-me-downs. I was never matching. I was wearing purple with like some fucking green and one shorts. So I guess when I got older and I got a little more money, I was like, I want to dress nice, but I want to dress nice, but I don't give a fuck about wearing designer. I don't give a shit about spending $400 on a shirt. To me, fashion is just fashion is only as good as you fucking rock it. You know, to me is I could be wearing, bro, I got on South Pole fucking pants. And I think this is a Hanes jacket, but I combined the black side. I bought 2 pairs and I combined the black side with the white side and the black side and the white side. And I made it something.
Wait, you did that?
Yeah.
You with your hands.
Yes.
What?
Those hands.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, definitely wow.
Yeah. No, I'm wild as fuck. I honestly thought you bought that.
No. This is all made. This is handmade. This was made yesterday.
How much?
You're
for
kidding.
One? How much for? I mean,
This is this
here.
this in total.
XL over here.
This is all XL. This shit came out to in total with Amazon and all that shit. This was like $52. You know, I would have spent like close to 100 on this shit, but I made it myself.
100%. Wow.
So-
Wow. I'm fucking amazed right now, bro.
I'm digging it. Put me down for a pair.
Yo.
Name your price.
I would make this shit right now,
Bro, open up a little Etsy store, bro. You got a whole bro. That's a business, man. We're renting out a room. That's beautiful, ladies and gentlemen. Every single week, you know what I'm talking about. We have 3. I said 3 segments, and the second one is actually the movie review of the week. You know what I'm talking about? And in this beautiful segment, we ask our illustrious guests for a suggestion, a recommendation. Let's say you got, boom, 10,000 people in front of you. They're waiting to get into your concert, and they got 2 hours to kill. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to build the anticipation. You can't just let them in. And they got to watch something on their phone, Netflix, Hulu, whatever the fuck it may be. What are you suggesting?
I got 2 things.
Ooh, ready.
Listen
He's
close.
ready.
Listen close. I got 2
He
things.
was here last week.
What I've been watching lately and what is my all-time. My all-time, Hustle and Flow.
Respect.
There is not a moment at the end of the movie I don't shed a tear because it portrays how fucking hard or how little people give a shit about your dreams.
Oh, yeah.
How little anybody cares. So, you know, that's one of the most real hip hop movies I've ever seen. You know, that man, the whole movie is trying to pimp some hoes. Like, that man, the whole movie is selling dope. Like, and at the end, he gets arrested. And when he gets arrested, that's when he pops off. So
Yes.
even when you're at the lowest of the lowest below the low, where low is looking like the fucking top, that man won. So that movie there's not a moment I don't shed a tear with that movie.
That's beautiful.
That movie's all time for me.
Okay.
But right now, as of late, I've been illegally streaming Heels on, I think, the Stars or Showtime app, whatever the fuck it is.
Is that like a drag show?
No, it's about
That's
like
what I thought too.
like it's like how, like
Or RuPaul?
I'm hella. I used to be hella into wrestling, and it's like these guys running this like rinky dink like wrestling operation is hella dramatic, super good. Heels is fire.
Okay.
I put everybody onto that shit. That's just, you gotta watch Heels.
Boom. All right. So Hustle and Flow and Heels. What are the stars out of 5?
Hustle and Flow, fucking like Hustle and Flow, definitely 4.8 out of 5.
Respect.
Heels, 4.5 out of 5. I can't give shit 5 out of 5.
Wow.
It's
No,
gotta be
same,
perfect.
same. And Heels reminds me of Heelys. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Heelys. We trying to get sponsorship.
I can never balance.
Oh,
Do
man.
they make adult Heelys now?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, they do.
What
I
the
could
fuck
never-
am I doing wearing regular shoes?
You see that bullshit? You see kids just across it. It's like, yo, I'm going to third period.
It's like a
Like-
it's like a superpower.
Yeah.
We got Heelys wheels on the chairs right now, bro. You know what I'm saying?
It's a fat man's
Yeah,
wheelie.
yeah.
Fat man wheelie.
Fat man wheelies, bro. Look at that. Oh, man. We're showcasing. Look at that. Look at that.
I didn't look at these wheels right
Oh, they're
now.
nice.
Those
They're-
are like performance blade wheels.
Oh, man. We could have a whole ass. Yeah,
So
yeah.
I could take this on a half pipe.
This is the smoothest ride.
Oh.
I feel like I'm bouncing on a fucking big booty bitch.
Oh, thank you. And that's poetry. That's poetry right there. Thank you for answering that movie review of the week. That's absolutely beautiful. Kash, talk to us about what is it like when you are going into the booth yourself. Are you the type that you've had your lyrics written for, months in advance? Are you going to the booth and writing on the spot? Are you sipping? Are you fully, what's happening? Talk to us. What's a day in the life of going to the booth with you?
The booth looks like whatever I feel like the song needs to portray. If I'm writing some emotional shit, or for the most part, I don't like nobody in there other than fucking Tranquil. I don't like nobody in that bitch other than Retro Boy. Come in that room. That's for the most part. For the most part, I don't sit on a song for too long. I don't tend to be like months, weeks writing some shit. Like I don't feel like that's necessary. Well, at least for me, I'm only speaking on pure opinion. When I write something, I don't tend to do rewrites. I don't tend to think of some other shit because I made that in the moment. I can't recreate that feeling. I can't recreate that that headspace because I'm not in that headspace when I'm thinking about rewrites, because I made that song when I was sad. But then when I thought about doing a rewrite, I was happy. Like, no, you can't speak for sad me. Like I said,
I like that.
like, there's two sides. You can't speak for this half. Like, nah, fuck off. Like, stay in your happy lane. You're on this side.
Right.
So, unless I'm sad again, I'm not going to do no rewrites. But for the most part, I'll think of some shit. Or as of late, I've just been going in there and just like, if either Retro Boy made a beat or I came with a melody, it all depends. I have no set kind of way to really get in the booth. That doesn't work for me.
So you see, obviously you have like a genuine artist soul when it comes to like the true intentions of the song and whatnot.
Cracks up in the vodka.
So
Sparkling water made in Fiji.
So when it comes to performing, so you got that sad song. You felt that shit back then. Like, what do you like? If you perform the song, do you feel less genuine if you're performing a sad song, but you're feeling on top of the fucking world?
I definitely feel nervous because, like I said, I'm not like first of all, if I get a show, I'm happy. So there's no way I can be sad. So if I'm performing a fucking sad song, I'm like, I definitely get nervous, but it's like, okay, I can get myself in that mode. What I've practiced a lot is getting in a mode, because I have to do it so many times. I have to be in production sessions. I have to be in writing sessions. I have to be a normal person. There's like so many different places in life where you got to take a hat off and put another hat on.
Yep.
So I just put myself in the headspace. I do my best possible job as blessed as I am to be an artist, producer. I do my best job to make you try to feel what I'm saying. I try to make it just an experience. Like, I don't want you to think there that, you're just listening to words. You're kind of picking up what I'm putting down. Because I don't like to make music for, I don't talk shit in my music. I try to not talk my shit. Like, even though, like, personally, I know X amount of people. I hang out with the fucking coolest of cool. But I try to make music that's, relatable and also where people want to go. Because sadly, I'm not where I want to be. I don't think I'm ever going to be where I want to be. Because eventually when I get there to another point, it's just another hill to climb. So to me, performances are just... people took their time to come out there and see you. People took their... Like I said, time is so limited. And I hold on to that regardless if it's 3 or 3,000 people. I want to make sure you get something out of it. So I definitely, regardless if I'm not sad, I'm gonna fucking look sad. I'm gonna look like I feel that fucking song like a motherfucker.
Right. That's an actor right there.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
type
saying?
shit.
Last week we got a chance to speak with Tranquil about authenticity. And I want to know, what's your relationship with authenticity like in music?
I thought you were gonna say autism. Authenticity. Authenticity is that plays a key role for me. I've seen so many people fake the funk. I've seen so many people talk their shit
Name them. No, I'm just kidding.
Talk their shit on that mic. And I'm at the end of the day, I'm like, I could dog you. like I could whoop your ass. Like, why are you talking that shit right now? Authenticity plays a main role because, like I said, there isn't one song that I fake the funk. There isn't one song I don't talk about life experiences. So I guess my scariest feeling is getting to the point where I have no problems. My scariest thing is once I make it, because I know I'm gonna make it. My scariest thing is, what about when I'm there? What about when I have nothing to bitch about? What about when I don't have to worry about my dad? When I don't have to worry about my mom? When I have to worry about this? What am I going to talk about? Am I going to talk my shit like everybody else, or can I stay in that same headspace?
Do you think that artists have a problem with that? You make it, you have an album that goes platinum or whatever. You're talking about the turmoils and the struggle that you went through. Then boom, you got $1 million on you. You got $2 million or whatever, and you got less stress. You got less problems. Talk to us about some artists that maybe blew up, and then after the fact that they got a little bit complacent, a little comfortable, didn't really have the same content to speak about.
Off rip. That comes to my mind is back in the day, 2017. I won tickets on the radio to go to a T Grizzly interview on 99 Jams. And the first question that came out of my mouth was, what are you going to do when you blow the fuck up? What are you going to talk about? And, the interviews were like, oh shit, like what? And like, cause that was the first thing that came to my mind, cause that's what I want to know. Like, I'm in the gutter. I'm still, like I said, you see this, you steal this shit. I'm not Billboard. I'm doing cool shit, but I'm not doing crazy shit. So I got still shit to still talk about. Like, what are you going to talk about when you're living in fucking Calabasas in a mansion? Like, how long are people going to believe your shit?
Or Topanga Canyon.
Exactly. Like Chino Hills.
Right.
So how long are people going to believe your shit? So I feel like it's definitely Jay-Z is personally the most notable for that, because that motherfucker came out the gutter and he started talking some grown man shit. That 444 album, I couldn't get it. Like I couldn't, because I'm like, you're talking grown man shit. Like you're talking about taxes.
I fucking love that album.
Yeah, no, that album is amazing. Like, cause that, like, I feel like Jay-Z is one of the few that never faked the funk. That motherfucker, he's not going to talk about no grimy shit. He's going to talk about, yo, I'm a billionaire. Let me show you how to be a millionaire on a whole album.
Talks about world issues and shit.
Exactly. So I think a lot of these rappers have a problem with being themselves. I have no problem being myself. At first, when I was a kid, I definitely had an issue being myself because nobody fucked with me. I was never the most popular. I was never the coolest in school. I was always in the mid sections, I was always in the in between. I was too lame for the cool kids, and I was too cool for the losers. I'm sorry.
My bad. Tranquil has to urinate. You know what I'm saying? So that man is out here. That man's
solid snake.
That man's Call of Duty right now. You know what I'm saying?
That man's been doing abs.
Oh, that man's just.
I see that ass.
Bro, that's that core. You know what I'm saying? That's a core workout right there. Mad respect.
I'm really glad he broke. Because
Also, also mad respect to everybody keeping it together the entire time. That was absolutely
You
beautiful.
can't see it, but that man's fucking like Metal Gear Solid in that
Metal
entire
Gear Solid,
fucking-
man. And with that editing, boy, you don't even know what just happened.
I feel like he should have had a camera on.
Honestly, yeah.
But back to the question. Authenticity is everything for me. I never wanted anybody to think that I'm not about whatever I talk about. If I make a song about something I did or something I've been through, that's real. Even when I write songs for other people, I'm talking about me. So really, I'm just putting myself into somebody else. But I can't fake the funk. I can't ever. That's just impossible for me.
Have you ever regretted something that you wrote and you're like, and then you grew a little bit and you're like, fuck, I shouldn't have said that.
No, regret. I never regret anything. Because in my mind at that time, that was the right decision to make. I can't dwell on the past. As much as I can sit here and talk about, I made this record, I worked with this guy, did this shit. I can't dwell on the past. I can never regret anything I did because that's how I felt. Because since day one, I just made music. I just did everything the way I felt I should. That's why me and my dad have gone so back and forth. That's why I've had so many problems every now and then, because I refuse to do what you tell me to do. I'm gonna do what I want, and if you're with it or you're not, then I can't help you.
Right. Have you ever had an opportunity or a song where you put someone on blast and maybe you mentioned their name and maybe, something like that happened and maybe that it backfired, and not that you regret it, but you kind of took a lesson from it?
I've always been to the point. See, it depends on what you put out. I've never put out a record where I've attacked somebody. I've made them. I have so many records that I've felt dissed by somebody who's in the industry who I know personally, who did me dirty, and I put them on record. I'm broke because, see, at the end of the day, I sing, I do all this shit, but I could rap your fucking head off.
Hell yeah.
I could rap your head off. You can't beat me. You can't beat me. Especially these dudes right now. You can't beat me. I'm way too good at what I do. So I've had these records and I've been on the verge of upload, and I'm just like, you ain't worth my time, bro. You're not worth all this shit. So I've been very more calculated, I guess, more so. Oh shit, Solid Snake.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
You got this, bro. You got
it. You got it. The man's ready. You can just duck down and we'll edit that bad boy. You good.
Or a handstand if you really want to give a shot.
Bro, and that's last week's guest, Tranquil. You know what I'm saying? The man out here, you know what I'm saying, doing Mission Impossible for the lasers. But that's beautiful. Talk to us, I guess, about what do you feel is your biggest strength when it comes to music, producing or rapping? And a branch off of that, when are you having the most fun?
Neither are my biggest strength. My biggest strength is my honesty. My biggest strength is being as honest with people as I can. I don't, when it comes to production or my artistry, a little while ago, I had this placement with an artist, and they took the beat I made and they tried to flip it. And I kept telling to their face, this was a big label. And I kept telling them, I'm like, this is fucking trash. The version you're trying to put out is trash, because they had somebody else remake it. And I'm like, this is trash. This is fucking trash. Fix it up, or I don't care where I'm at. I don't care if I got $0. You're not gonna put something out under my name that the first thing people hear is my tag that I think is trash. So my biggest thing is honesty. Regardless, a lot of the people I work with are transparent. I never want somebody to lie to me. When I feel some yes men in my circle, cut them out immediately.
Right.
I hate yes men. Yes men get you nowhere. Yes men are there for everything other than your best interest. Yeah.
Have there ever been any times where you maybe signed a contract when you were a little bit younger that maybe you didn't read over the fine print? I'm going to take that as a yes.
Oh, he's going to stretch for this one.
Yeah.
All right. So back to the little company I was talking about at the beginning of this. At that point in my life, I had just come out of a depressive episode. Well, no. Yeah, I had just come out of a depressive episode that lasted about 4 or 5 months. Got on medication. I felt like I was a nobody, even though I was making music for, music that was valuable. And I had $0 in my pocket. I thankfully had no bills at the time, but every time I'd look into my little Wells Fargo account, we're either $20 deep or $45 overdrafted. So
Shout out Wells Fargo.
shout out Wells.
Formerly Wachovia.
So we get
Formerly Washington Mutual.
Yeah. Oh.
I can tell you, I can sit here and tell you everything that led me up to that point. So, graduated high school. Get out of high school. We don't want to produce in the house no more. We don't want to make music in the house no more. I have a plug in my barbershop. My barbershop has a back room. They have 2 speakers set up there. I'm like, my senior year, I'm like, can you let me make beats out of this room? Can I work out of here? Because I don't want to be in my house no more. I want to make something more of myself. They're like, bet. So I finally get out the house. Every day after school, I finish. Fuck homework. Fuck all that shit. I got high enough of a G. I got like a 2.2. I'll graduate.
Gang.
And I just go back there. I'm making beats every day. Every day I'm making beats. I go there, they're like, oh, you have to make beats. I get there at 3:30 p.m. I don't leave till 10 p.m. I get home, shower, boom, go to school the next day. Then one day, my barber, shout out, Mr. Plug 'em Up, Jeff the barber, the man who, when I really do something big, is the first one to get a check cut from anything. He put me on to these boys called Rap Supreme. Noski, Ricardo Haskin, Ricky G. And he was like, yo, I got some boys who rap. And they come to the back room, and I'm here thinking, these motherfuckers are lame, like whatever. We get in there, Ricardo Haskin, Ricky Van Gogh, he comes in, he starts rapping his head off. I freestyle. I'm in there rapping because I've been freestyling forever. So I'm in there, and he raps more. He's rapping longer than me. I can't come up with shit at this point. And I'm like, bro, what are we doing? Where can we go now? So he's like, all right, I'm gonna hit up Nosk. Noski brings me to the house. They have a studio. We work out of there for a little while. We're in there working for a year and a half. And then boom, Noski gets his bread up, and then we get a little studio. We get that little studio. At this point, I still haven't sold a beat. I'm 18 years old. I haven't sold a beat. Once we get that little studio spot, I was chilling with Nosk, and I'm like, fuck it, let me drop some beats in here. See if you can fuck with anything. And then 6 months later, we're with me going back and forth, vibing there, getting drunk, getting high, doing our shit. One day he's having a session, and I hear some dude recording on my beat. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why is this man hopping on my shit? It was this lame ass beat too. It was lame. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then I'm like, yo, he's recording my shit. He's like, yeah, just charge him when he gets out. And I'm like, fuck you mean charge him? I don't know how to do that shit. And this dude comes out of the booth. I'm like, yo, what's good? Shout out Chavez. He's like, yo, yeah, I hopped on your beat. How much do you want for it? I don't know at that point. I don't know what I'm doing. So I was like, just give me $15. And he's like, I'll cash up you right now. What? He gets the beat for $15. And then he goes back in the booth, and my boy's like, you're fucking stupid. I'm like, why? He's like, you could have given that 30, 50 at least. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing, bro. So he hops on that beat. And then a year later, his boy comes by. Shout out B Mike. Landon. He came by the studio, and he was like, he was dressed like Scott Storch. This man looked exactly like Scott Storch, little white boy with fucking big ass fucking glasses on. He was like, yo, bro, you should slide to the session. And I'm like, bet, I'll slide. And then I drive all the way to Davie from Miami Shores to Davie. And then he comes out of the session, he's hearing beats. He's like, bro, these are fire. Like, I'll get my label to fucking Clear Vision. I'll get my label to listen to them, and they'll do some shit. And he's like, I'm still in my episode. I'm still sad. I'm still going through my shit. Every day I'm crying. Every day I'm going through some shit. Waking up crying. And then one day he calls me. He's like, bro, swing by this. Because at at this point, I was like, yo, you like give me 300 for that beat, because I was broke. And he's like, yo, just like my label's being, they're taking their time, bro. Just come by the studio and we could talk, because I'm already fed up. And I get there and they put me in a booth, Studio Center. They owned Studio Center back in the day. They're like, yo, just sit here and wait. And then while I'm waiting, I'm just playing beats. And then the head of the label comes in. He's like, run that back. I'm playing one of this beat where I sampled this old ass soul track. And he's like, yeah, I like this. This is fire. And he listens to more beats. He's like, yo, this is consistently fire. You haven't played one beat I don't like. He's like, all right, bet, we'll be in contact. And then about a week later, I get a call from Brandon talking about, yo, congratulations on getting signed. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
I didn't say shit.
Yeah. I'm like, congratulations, what? He's like, they haven't told you? And I'm like, what? And he's like, oh, my bad. And he's like, just go to Studio Center. He's like, yo, we want to offer you a deal. We want to talk. And then I'm like, bet, what's up? He's like, we'll give you $1,000 to sign for 3 years. Boy, I signed that $1,000 so fast. I had $5.86 in my motherfucking bank account. I signed that $1,000 deal so fast, so incredibly quick. At first, I was a little hesitant because I'm like, I know how this shit works. They might fuck me, they might not. So I was trying to get some late, but they were pushing me. They were like, bro, it was like a 3, 4, or 5 day span.
What is the typical, for the listeners that don't really know about the industry, what is a typical contract for a producer and a record label entail, especially if you're talking about $1,000 for 3 years? Do they own your beat for the next 3 years? Do they have you on retainer? What's happening?
First of all, it should be a lot more than $1,000.
Yeah, 100%.
First off,
100%.
That's off rip. Let's start with that. It should be a lot more than $1,000. A base contract is 1-2 years, but these people, they could tell I wasn't doing shit. Well, I had my little clout. I was working with, at the time, X was still alive. It was that wave. So I was doing my little thing. Miami was popping. I guess what's crazy? The craziest thing of it all. The lawyer who wrote that contract ended up being the lawyer who I met up with in California when I was talking about my label problems. And he was like, wait, what label are you talking about? I was like, Clear Vision. He was like, bro, no wonder you can't get out that contract. I wrote that contract.
I fucked you over before.
Yeah, he's like, I'm the one who fucked you. Oh,
nice to meet you.
Yeah, he was like, oh, I'm the one who did this to you. And I'm like, oh, shit, no way, Matt Swider. I was like, okay, Matt, cool. And he was like, I need to get out this contract. But, like I said, I got signed. And then I'm living, I flexed my little 1,000 on the gram. I'm like, see, y'all can make money off music. See, Dad, I was right. And, over time, I was having the time of my life. I'm in there, I'm in that bitch. I'm having fucking threesomes in the fucking lobby.
Amen.
Like, I'm fucking bitches. I'm doing my thing.
Amen.
Probably chlamydia at some point, who knows? And, eventually it just started going downhill. I'm making these crazy records. I'm bringing people in. I'm learning. At one point, I learned from the best. Shout out Jimmy Duvall. He's my brother. Jimmy Duvall, the guy who made the Look At Me beat for X. This man put me on game. He's a fucking brother. One of the craziest to ever do it. Amazing guy. And eventually everything goes downhill. And then I'm just here. I go from the point of being happy to get in there to every time a label head walks in, I feel like a fucking jump in my chest. I feel scared that they're walking in. That's how bad the energy was in the studio. And eventually I'm like, bro, I'm tired. Like, I have no money. I signed to y'all to make me some money. Y'all owe me X amount of dollars. I know we signed off on these records. I know you owe me this. Where's my money? They're like, oh, you gotta wait. Long story short, I'm like, I'm done. I can't do this shit no more. But in that time that I was there, one day when I went to New York, one of my boys, Broke Baby, he came by. He's like, bro, I need a beat. I need something that's going to pop off. I was like, I got you. I was in New York. I was inspired. I was away from all the bullshit. And I made him the biggest record that he's ever had. Got hundreds, thousands of streams. He got a No Jumper interview. This man popped off. And in that point, I planted a seed for my next management, regardless if I was in this current deal. So that happened. And then this Clear Vision thing falls apart. They're like, nah, bro, what you mean? We're family. You're supposed to fucking thug it out. Fucking suck my dick, bro. You know, and eventually I get out. But they want $2,500. They want $2,500 to get me out the fucking contract. And I'm broke. Now I'm back to square one. I'm having panic attacks again. My girl's with me, my ex. I'm like, bro, fuck. Because these motherfuckers are dangerous. They're tied in. They're not the like average Joes. Like these motherfuckers got hitters. So I'm like, bro, what happens if I don't give them their money? Am I dead? Are they gonna kill me? Like what am I gonna do? I'm 22 years old. I'm 21. I'm like, bro, I can't deal with this shit. This is so much. Like they went from owing me all this bread to now I gotta give you money I don't have. But thank God, Eddie came out of fucking nowhere. Broke Baby's manager, the guy who I made his biggest record till date. He's like, we go to California. He's like, bro, I want to get you out of your contract. Because at that point, I had a few offers. I had a couple people who were like, yeah, if you get yourself out of the contract, we can help you. But Eddie hit me with the, I got you. Give me $2,500 light. I believe in you. He gives me the $2,500 when I'm in California. Send it over to them. I'm like, we're done? We're done. But thank God. God works in beautiful ways. Because then my other studio, Asylum Studios, shout out
Asylum Studios.
Asylum Studios, you know.
Oh, wow. Bad respect.
Shout out Asylum Studios. The other studio, my home studio that's there. I would have to drive by Studio Center every day to get in or out. And I would look. And the first thing I would think is, I pray to God you motherfuckers get caught with how shitty you treat everybody and how bad you did me. I can't wait to see a for rent sign on the fucking front of your studio. Drove by there for months every day. Finally, I walk by and I see for rent and there's a million fucking envelopes stacked in the front of that door. I'm like, suck my dick. You got what you fucking deserved. You fucked me, everybody. You fucked me, you fucked Bobby, you fucked Wild GJP, and you fucked with Kash Blak. You fucked with everybody, now you got what's coming to you. Suck my dick.
And that's a love letter. You know what I'm saying? That's beautiful. Wow. What a tale of determination, of perseverance. Takes a swig from the bottle. And honestly, I commend you, brother, for being able to get out of that shit, bro. Congrats, man. I'm happy for you. I truly am. Talk to us about the stark contrast of the energy in studios compared to that studio and Asylum.
Asylum is home. Asylum has become a place where it's crazy. At Asylum, if we go back to in between the stories, when I was still with Noski and before Clear Vision, while I was between the studio I was managing after high school and between Noski, I went to a open mic. Well, not more so an open mic. It was a show that Noski invited me to. He's like, bro, you should slide. Like, we're going to perform. I'm like, fuck all that, bro. I'm tired. I don't want to go. And it just shows you how God works, bro. If you believe in God or just a higher being, whatever. It just shows you how the higher being works. I go to this show. And I'm there sitting in the back. I'm chilling, bro. I'm the manager of a studio. I'm 19. I don't need shit from this bitch. I'm fucking vibing. I'm drinking. And then A. Smitty comes around and she's like, put your name in a hat. At this point, I was still wordplay. And she's like, put your name in a hat. And I'm like, okay, fuck it. She's like, we're raffling off studio time. I'm like, I don't fucking need studio time, bitch. I manage one. Fuck out of here. And there was 30 plus people in that room. And by the grace of fucking the higher being, my name gets picked. She's after like an hour, it's like, all right, we're doing the raffle. is there a weird play in here? I'm like, word play.
That's wordplay.
Wordplay. And she's like, all right, you won. Come on down. And I'm like, shit, say less. And then I meet Ill. I meet skinny Ill. I meet Ill looking like me. Skinnier.
Shout out Illogic's prior co-host of Midnight in Miami.
And this guy's like, yo, you rapping? I'm like, yeah. And then they put on a beat and I just start rapping my shit. He's like, yo, we're doing some studio time for my studio that's opening up. Come on down. Like, it's going to open in a few months, but, you know, you got studio time once you get ready. And I'm like, man, you're probably opening up a fucking shack or some shit. And then in those months, shit's getting worse at my studio. Shit's just getting worse. This man don't want to pay me, the head of the fucking studio. My bi-weekly salary is turning into a fucking a month and a half salary that he just still hasn't paid me. And then Asylum finally opens up, and I tell my boy Maroon, I'm like, should I go? Should I even go to this? Like, what the fuck? He's like, I mean, yeah, just go. Like, fucking see what's going on there.
Shout out Maroon.
He's like, should I go to the party? He's like, no, don't go to the party, but just get your session. And I'm like, all right. So I go there, I wait till the party's over, and I pop out. And then I meet Illogics, and then ever since then, it's been home.
It's been home.
I was the first session at Asylum Studios. Originally, me and Il were in there for 4+ hours working on this terrible fucking record. It's the shittiest song ever, one of the shittiest songs I've ever made. But, you know, it just goes to show you how you have no idea what's going to happen. You have no idea that you're planting seeds for years ahead.
Right.
Because imagine I didn't meet Il. Imagine I didn't end up at Asylum.
We would have never met.
Exactly. We wouldn't even be here.
Facts.
I would have never met Quill. There's so many things that wouldn't have happened if I didn't put my fucking name on a piece of paper.
Wow.
What an appropriate name,
Wow.
Asylum Studios.
Right?
For you.
Right,
in
exactly.
particular.
Exactly. Like, it just goes to show
You put
man.
that name, bro. It's very reminiscent of Goblet of Fire. Honestly, beautiful. Ladies and
whole nother
gentlemen,
episode.
that's a whole another episode. Ladies and gentlemen, every single week, you know what I'm talking about. We have I said 3 segments, and the last one is actually the quest for the truth. You know what I'm talking about. And in this here beautiful segment, we ask our guests, our illustrious guests, a random, emphasis on the word random, question from this here deck of cards of questions. And here we go. Okay, fuck it. I'm gonna go with the first one. All right.
There we go.
Ooh,
All right,
that's
I'm gonna go with
rare.
the first. It is rare. It is rare.
got-
And I'm gonna also ask
Wait,
Tranquil.
I got an idea.
What?
I got an idea.
Oh, you want to pick it?
No, wait. Let's do it like this.
That's nice.
The worry
These.
on his face.
These.
Gotcha. This is too easy for you. All right. And this is also going for everybody in the motherfucking studio, okay?
Oh, shit.
So, Kash Blak,
Yes.
talk to us about an embarrassing high school experience.
Shit. Okay. Well, this didn't. Well, all right. I got 2. All right. When I was in high school. All right. Let's start with the first one. So I was in high school. It was Spanish class. It was the last period class. And there was this girl in Spanish class who I was fucking with. And I'm like, yo, let's go to the top of the stairs where there's no one there. Let's just go to this top of the stairs. You fucking
Okay.
give me dome or some shit.
And they say chivalry's dead. I don't-
Yeah. And she's like, bet. She was like a sophomore. I was like a senior. I totally fucked with her head. I'm so sorry. I totally sold her dreams. I apologize. And we go to the 5th floor, and I'm fully on top of her. And I got my pants down, dude. I got my ass out. I got dick and balls. Everything is just
Respect.
ready on show.
Respect.
And we're about to get into it. She's like, wait, I don't know if I can do this. I'm like, why? She's like, I have a lump on my breast. And I'm like, okay.
This is taking.
What does it have to do with anything? She's like, I don't know. I'm kind of scared. And then I'm like, fuck. So I got my pants down and she's crying. But I didn't think to put my pants up. So I'm there cuddling with her on the 5th floor of the high school fucking stairway with my dick out.
God. that's
And then,
beautiful.
you know, that's one time. But then another time in middle school.
Did you steal that from the Notebook, bro?
And another time in middle school where I set out to masturbate in every fucking place that didn't make sense to masturbate.
Respect.
So, I was in band in 7th or 8th grade. I
It's a man on a mission.
I
right
forgot
there.
which one. And then I thought the band recital was on Wednesday. It was actually on Friday. So I pulled up. My dad dropped me off, and he's like, and then I didn't have a phone on me, and then he's like, and then when I get there, there's no lights, and I'm freaking out because I'm like, fuck, I'm so far away from home. And then the janitor opens up, and then he's like, just call your parents and do all this shit. And then I'm in the main office. I'm in the main office of my middle school, and I call my dad. He's like, all right, I'm on my way. And then the janitor's gone, and I'm like, I'm gonna beat my dick in the main office.
It's time.
I beat
It's
the
time.
shit out of my dick in the main office. And I was so scared for about a week and a half because I'm like, they're gonna go over the footage. They're gonna be like, who was busting a nut in our main office?
God, this is beautiful.
Yeah.
The ability, I mean, I'm assuming you had an erection.
Mm-hmm.
The ability to maintain an erection in a moment of stress and fear, bravo, sir.
That's where it goes best, man. I am a fan of public fornication.
Respect.
You heard it here first, Lee.
You
Yeah.
heard it here first.
And then our last and final one, this one girl in high school I invited over. And I was like, yo, slide. You should come through. I didn't have a car at that point. I was like, yo, slide through. Because I know she's rich. She got like a Challenger and this shit. I'm like, slide through. And she comes to the crib. And my dad was like cooler back then. It's weird. My dad got like less cooler about me bringing bitches over time. Because I guess his fucking girlfriend or whatever. But this was before her. So he'd let me bring whatever bitch I want. My sister wasn't home. Clutch. This girl came over. We're doing our thing. And I'm like, yo, let's fucking 69. I get her on top of me. She's fucking... She's blowing my shit. And then...
That's accurate. That's accurate right there.
And then, bro, she's deep throating so hard that she farts in my fucking face, brother. She farted in my goddamn face. She farted in my face. And then I'm like, I let the first one slide because the first one was like a...
We're gonna pretend like.
And
it
I'm
didn't
like,
happen.
all right, whatever.
Oh my god.
And then I'm still going, and she's still deep throated, and then another one slips by, and she's like, and I'm like,
that one was wet. That one was wet. We can't let that one slide.
I was like, whatever. And then the fucking epitome of it all. I'm on the point of making this bitch come. She's like, I'm gonna come. She comes, fucking, and then just all over my face. I'm like, no.
Wow.
I'm thirsty for this shit, but I'm not gonna get farted on 3 times. So
Yeah, there's a line. There's a
after
line.
that, I had a cough for about a month.
Damn.
So those are my 3 high school stories.
You weren't lying. Your commitment to honesty,
Oh, impeccable.
impeccable.
Impeccable. You cannot say this, man.
Unbroken.
Oh man, first of all, thank you for sharing those.
We have
thank you.
1. We got 3.
We got
there
3.
was nudity, farts.
There was, yeah. I don't think anybody here can top that. Honestly, Tranquil, you got anything for the people? A crazy high school story.
If you can top
Get
it.
on in here. Come here.
Come on.
Come here.
Here. He spoke in yours. He spoke in
Everybody,
yours.
this is last week's episode.
Last
Tranquil.
week's episode, Tranquil. You know what I'm saying? Cash did have a moment where he spoke, so we got to have this one as well.
There was a moment with a mutual friend of Cash, actually, Dedrick. Shout out to Dedrick.
Shout out.
We were talking in American Senior High, and there's a place in American called Central Plaza. It's like the middle of the school where like everybody has to walk through to get to a class.
Okay.
And so we were there in the morning, and at the time I didn't have like a usual book bag or like a backpack. I had like a satchel. Like I had one of those like messenger bags.
Yeah.
A lot of people will call it a purse. A lot of people will call it a purse.
A lot of people are uncultured, I'll tell you that.
But you know, it is what it is. So I'm talking to Dedrick while having this satchel on me, and there's a lot of books because, you know, school gives you a lot of books.
Yep.
And, you know, a satchel or a messenger bag or a purse is not something that a lot of books should go into.
Facts.
My mom didn't get that. I didn't get that. But I did at that point because the bell rang and it was time to go to homeroom. And I walked to go to homeroom and the bag fell off of the strap in the middle of the place where everybody has to go through to get someplace. So I kept walking. The bag fell. I kept moving. I didn't even recognize. I didn't look back. I didn't look shocked. And Dedrick was like, "Yo, what about your bag?" I was like, "I don't know what you're talking about, man." I stayed committed the entire time. I walked all the way to the front of the school and then walked back and picked it up so swiftly while walking to the other side of the school. I didn't care if I was late to homeroom. I was not about to face that reality that my bag just dropped in front of literally everybody.
Listen, this was a story about an embarrassing moment, and this happened to be the coolest.
Yeah. If anything,
the display of the most cool, calm, collected.
And the way his dreads are just like,
No dreads at the time, just waves.
Yes,
flat top.
but they're flowing in the wind right now. It's just so fucking cool, bro. I will say that.
You'll see it on the Midnight in Miami YouTube.
There you go.
The plugin.
Hey.
First of all, one last thing. This man deserves. Now stay on camera. Y'all too. Come up.
Okay, we're having a family gathering.
Come on up.
Man, a Brady Bunch shot right here.
Yeah, we're having a family gathering right now.
These dudes, Johnny and Sebastian, of Effective Exposure.
It's a very close, like a very close-up shot, so you probably can't see that.
Get in.
Of Effective Exposure. These dudes run a lot of people's marketing, and they're great at their job.
Gang.
Effective Exposure.
Boom.
Make sure you know the name.
Check them out.
They're gonna blow up. I'm sorry if you don't catch it on time. That's not my fault. But these dudes are the truth.
Yes,
Tranquil,
sir. Yes, sir.
one of my brothers. This man has been through everything with me. The fucking man. I would not be here if this man didn't fucking help me through a lot of the moments of my life. So thank you, all of you. You guys are the truth.
It's beautiful.
You guys want to say some words? Shout out Effective Exposure or some shit?
Shout out to the team. Shout out to you guys.
Appreciate that. Hell yeah.
Having us here.
Of course. Hell yeah, man.
Lit.
You see all that good stuff on the screen, you know what I'm saying? Please support them, give them a follow. You saw Tranquil last week with that amazing performance. Ladies and gentlemen, what an episode of colossal proportions we have had today. Can we please give it up for our guest today, Kash Blak! Also, big shout out to Tranquil with this, Call of Duty moment. That was amazing. That was really.
Work out.
That was remarkable.
One last thing, man. Thank you guys for having me on. Of course, any form of getting the word out there is great.
Always.
One more thing before I get off. Remember, don't let anybody tell you what the fuck you should do with your life. Once again, this main topic has been, you have way too much limited time. There is not enough time. And before you know it, you're 40. I'm 24. So definitely, like I'm saying, stick to what you think is right and just don't follow the crowd. That's my biggest thing. Don't follow the crowd. Don't think you need to make everybody happy because at the end of the day, someone's not going to like you.
Right.
So keep true to yourself and keep creating. Eventually, you'll be the next Kanye.
Hey, my dog,
Wisdom.
Kash. Oh, wisdom. The last question for the evening before we wrap up, Kash, I do want to know if you could tell something to that producer, that rapper who was, quote unquote, as you call it, a bedroom producer, a bedroom rapper with the, with the sheets over your head and stuff like that. If you could tell one thing to that performer, to that artist right now, what would it be?
Listen, bro. You hearing me?
Or do that.
Okay, do that, whatever you are. It's going to work. Don't think you are the shit before you are the shit. You're probably not the shit. I'm not the shit. Tranquil's not the shit. We're not the shit until, we're never going to be the shit. You're always going to learn. So the biggest thing is take criticism. Take the people in your life who tell you, hey, maybe you could do better as a blessing. If there aren't people around you telling you could do better, you need to get rid of those people. Get the fuck out of your room. This is a big world. This is a very big world. Get the fuck out of your room and make something of yourself. Go. It doesn't matter if it's, I started in a barbershop. Somewhere that you can be somewhere other than your house. Fuck all that. You can be somebody. This world was not made for you to just be a pawn. So keep grinding at it. Keep doing what you do. And eventually, somebody's going to listen to your beat or somebody's going to listen to your track and be like, I want to put money behind that. So just keep going. It's never the end. Even when you're at your lowest, that's when you're the closest. So keep going.
Oh, man, you dropped some fucking gems today. Can we please give it up one more time for a guest today, Kash Blak? Kash, thank you so much for dropping on by, brother. Always a pleasure. Cannot possibly wait for the next one. Always a movie when you drop on by.
Likewise.
Thank you, brother. Ladies and gentlemen, what are you doing? Every Thursday at midnight, you know what I'm saying? Well, you go on Spotify, you go on Deezer, you go on Apple Podcasts, all that good stuff. But more than anything, you go on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? That's how you get all the visuals. That's how you get all the good stuff. The fashion, you know what I'm saying? The dramatic close-ups into the camera. God, that was beautiful. And really, check it out there. Hit that subscribe button more than anything. Hit that follow on Spotify.
Midnight in Miami is the best podcast out there. The best interviewers out there. They let you talk. So just fucking go on Midnight in Miami.
I appreciate that, man. And that's a vouch, bro. That's a reference. Gabe, what do you have for the people?
Man, you know, guys, I'm just happy to survive a hurricane and be here and have the opportunity to talk.
You went through a whole bottle of sparkling water.
Listen, I am super hydrated right now. I'm so hydrated that I'm gonna go home.
I made it my mission to make these dudes hydrated. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm glowing right now. And yeah, it's always an opportunity to come out here and talk to you guys, and I'm grateful for it.
Hell yeah. Cruz, what you got for the people before we wrap up?
Nah, everything's good here. I think it was a fantastic episode to see. Even better in person.
Cameras on point.
Cameras on point, cameras on, and I gotta love it, man. That's cameraman extraordinaire. Ladies and gentlemen, every Thursday at midnight, you know what it is. Holla!
Let's go.
And it don't matter what the world thinks. You can say how